episode number 14. And my friend on my neck today is Morgana, my albino red-tailed boa. And she's about maybe 5.5 feet long. Not big enough to breed this last winter, but maybe next year. But she's doing great. I'm just going to let her hang out with me while I talk to you guys. YouTube is just something else. You meet all kinds of people. You meet people that don't have a clue what they're doing. You meet people that are trying to learn how to improve the environment for their reptiles. You meet lots of really cool reptile owners out there. You might meet somebody that you don't like. And once in a while you meet somebody that is extra special. I remember back in January of 2011, I got an email from a guy named Rick, and he was asking me about mites and how to get rid of them and everything. I think he brought home a snake that had them and they spread, and I helped him with that. And I got a few emails from him telling me, thank you, they're gone, thank you for your help, you're so nice and educational and your shows are funny. And he's always been one of my best, supporters and followers on my channel. And sometimes I have talked to some of you long ago, and I talked to you again, and I might not put it together that we've spoke, so just remind me who you are when you email me. Nothing personal, there's just one of me, and there's over 6,000 of you out there subscribed to me. But I do remember Rick emailing me, and I remember talking to him a few times. And just a few weeks ago I got a letter from him, and it was just very touching, and I wanted to take a moment and share it with you. So I'll bring that up for you. Okay. It says, "Hey Jason, just wanted to wish you well and say goodbye. I've been sick for a long time, and it looks like the end is near. My reptiles have been a major part of my life, and you've made that so much fun. You're a gift to the reptile world. Continue on, my friend. Take care, and thanks for making my time better. Rick." Okay, I had to take a moment, but I just have to say, that is probably the one letter I will remember for the rest of my life. I know that I get lots of letters and comments and questions, and it's very hard to keep track of them all. But I do try to answer comments and questions as much as I can. And there are some of you that I have talked to so many times. I know you, feel like I know you pretty well. And there are other people that I know of pretty well. And the one thing about the reptile world is we're a family. All of us. We're one big family. We might not all like each other, as every single family has a few people in it that are less than easy to get along with. But the one thing that does bring us all together is our love for our reptiles and our other pets. And so, I can't tell you, Rick, how much that meant to me. There are times where I'm just not in the mood to make that next video, Life gets crazy for everybody, and hectic, and often not good for people. And sometimes just sitting on the computer for hours and making a video just seems like the last thing that you need to be doing. And sometimes when I make videos, I feel like they're boring, or I don't want to make so many they start running in together and look like I'm making the same video over and over and over. So I try to make each video different, and I got to say that I am so honored that you took some of your precious time to write me again. And one thing I would like to ask every single one of you that will ever watch this video, whether it's today, tomorrow, next week, or 5 years from now, or however long this video stays on YouTube, is to take one moment today, just 60 seconds of your time, and say a little prayer for all of the Ricks of the world that are going through difficult times, and for all of their babies that help make their days a little better. Okay. Now we will try to make this video a little more uplifting, upbeat or funny or something like that. And I hope you get to see it, Rick. And he always liked that some of my videos teach you things. And so I guess one thing that I could tell some of you guys is that there are two different strains of albino boas. There is the sharp strain and the call or cow strain. People say it different. But the sharp strain stays brighter white, and the call or cow strain, they tend to yellow out. So if you're buying albino boas, you need to find out which one you're getting so you can pay a fair price. Nothing wrong with either one of them. And if you're planning on breeding them, you need to make sure they're the same. Because if you get one of the cow strain ones and one of the sharp strain ones, they're both albinos. But when they breed and have babies, guess how many albinos you will get? 0. They do not line up together in genetics to make albinos. Instead, the babies would be double het for each strain. So, you don't want to make that expensive mistake. And this is Morgana. She's been with me now for probably close to 3 years. She is a cow strain albino, so she has yellowed it out some. She's not bright white. She's kind of a vanilla color. And I think she's absolutely beautiful. Now this is Marilyn. She's an albino redtail, and you guys have not seen her before. I got her over the winter time. I traded somebody some of Buttercup's baby albino Burmese for her, and she is very sweet, and if you can't tell, she is very pregnant. I bred her to Mortician, my Sunglow male, and they're both the cow strain, so half of her babies should be albino, and half of them will be Sunglow, which is like a hypo-albino. So I'm very excited about this. She is not that far along, and look how huge she is. She ovulated at the May 7th or May 8th. So she's got a ways left. Now when a boa gets pregnant, I'll show you Lucy in a few minutes, who is my pastel redtail, who just ovulated. After the ovulation, about 3 weeks later, usually, they will have a post-ovulatory shed. And from that shed, it's usually somewhere around 120 days after that shed they give birth. It can be as early as 100 or late as 150, but 120 is the ballpark range after the shed. So, if she was May 7th or May 8th, so that would be June, July, August, September. So I'm looking at toward the end of August or early September for her to have her babies. So, I will definitely keep you guys updated on Miss Marilyn's babies here. But she looks like she is just jam-packed full of babies. She did take a small rat the other day. It's the first time she ate in 2 months, but I gave her a small rat. And she just barely took it out of the tongs. I mean, she didn't coil it or anything. She is very heavy-bodied right now. Can't really do stuff like that. But as big as she is, I'm going to try to offer her a small rat as often as she will take it, or even a medium if she'll take it, because this is going to take a lot out of her. But yeah, I mean, she is very gravid. Wow, look at that. You can tell right there how round she is. Marilyn, you have a very beautiful little face. Yes, you do. You're such a pretty girl. You're such a pretty girl. Congratulations to Miss Marilyn. Now this is Mortician, the daddy. This is Marilyn's husband, and also Lucy's husband for the year. And you can see he's got the reddish marks down his back, and obviously the albino. And he is probably close to 5 feet long now. But he's a beautiful guy. And his colors don't pick up too well, but you can definitely see the difference between the sun glow and the albino. He's beautiful. This is Lucy, my pastel red tail. And she looks extremely swollen in mid-body there. I mean, huge. And there is the male sun glow behind her. This is Lucy. She's ovulating. You can see her body's real square-shaped at front, like most boas. And here in the middle, she just balloons up. This is probably the peak of her ovulation. Now here's Lucy sitting a different way a few hours later. And from overhead you can really see how round she is. She looks like she's still getting larger and larger every few hours when I come in here. You really can't miss an ovulation. She is so swollen, it's unbelievable. Now people ask me all the time, how big do red tails get? Well, this one in my hands here is named Ricardo. You guys have probably seen him several times before. And this is a male. And this is about how big most male red tail boas get. He is super hyper right now. But I'd say he's about 7 feet long. You know, most males are 6 to 7 feet. They can be a little smaller than that, and they can get a little bigger than that. There's always a variety in snakes, you know. They're not all going to be exactly the same. But I've had Ricardo now for, I've had him probably 4 years. And he was at least 5.5 or 6 feet long when I got him. He's thickened up a bunch and grew another foot or so. But you can kind of just see his girth here. He's trying to put his tail in my pocket here. But he's pretty big around. And this snake would be a little more difficult for anyone under 12 years old to handle by themselves. They're generally very well tempered and they make awesome pets. But keep in mind, if you're going to buy one, this is about how big it's going to be, probably within 3 to 5 years, depending on how good you feed them and what kind of feeder they are and everything. And they're very strong. One thing I've noticed with the boas versus large pythons is the boas tend to want to hang on tighter. They grip you more, and they don't mean anything by it. Just because he's hanging on tight to my arm here and my neck doesn't mean he's trying to kill me. He is not trying to hurt me at all. If he wanted to hurt me, he probably could, but that's not what he's trying to do. He's just trying to feel extra secure. They're very chunky, heavy-bodied snakes, and they like to feel like they're very supported, like they have no fear of falling, which Ricardo is demonstrating that he has no fear of falling, because if he goes down, I'm going down too. But this is Ricardo, and he's a sweetheart. One cool thing about Ricardo is, that makes me think he's pretty happy here, is when I got him, he would not eat unless he was put in a little tub or box by himself, and you had to cover it over with a towel, and he had to be completely in the dark, and it usually took him an hour or two before he would even eat his rat. Well, after several years, he takes it out of the tongs now. So, he is learned to not be shy, and he seems to be a pretty happy camper. Now this is Bones. She's a female redtail, which get larger. Most of the female redtails get between 8 to 10 feet, and in some cases even up to 12. Now she is 7.5 to 8 feet long, so she's about full grown. She'll probably get a little bit bigger as time goes on, but she's not going to get a whole lot bigger than this. Her head is quite a bit larger than the males, and her body is quite a bit fatter than the males. I will turn to this way so you can kind of see her body, hopefully, somehow. I'm not sure how she's positioned back there. Not trying to show you my armpit, but hopefully you can see that. And she's a very sweet girl. Only thing about her is she knows what happens when you walk back into the reptile room with her. You're going to put her back in the cage. And Lady Bones does not like to go back in the cage. She would sit on your shoulders all day, every day if you let her. I think the people that I got her from when she was a young girl left her out in an apartment room while they went to work during the day, and they just put her up at night. So I think she kind of learned to be a space hog, and so I try to give her a little extra attention. And I mean, I have a bunch of cats, and I always smell like cats. And my snakes have never, ever, ever tried to be hostile toward my cats. Now, my cat is sleeping on the back of the couch there, baby girl. But I have Bones on me. We're standing 4.5 feet away, and Bones is not making any effort to go over there to visit her. I'm sure I smell like cat. And so, I think they kind of get used to our family pet. Now, would I ever set her on the couch and walk out of the room with the cat on the couch too? No, I would never, ever, ever do that. So don't worry about that. A lot of people say, aren't you afraid your snake's going to eat your cat? No, because anytime the big snakes are out, I've either got a hold of them or the cats are put in a separate room with the door closed. I do let my big snakes out to crawl around the living room or bedroom or just different areas of my house. And whenever they're out, I take the cats and put them in a bedroom, so you know, if something happened to me, you know, I fell down the stairs or whatever, you know, and the snake moved on, they were not going to be able to get to the cats. And my reptile room has a lock on it, so the cats can't open it or anything like that. So you don't ever have to worry about my babies being eaten by these large snakes. And I just wanted to go over that with you because I have got that comment so many times. But you can see Bones, she's pretty strong. She's doing her best to tie me up into a little ball and make me her totem pole. But anywho, she's a very sweet girl, and I love her. And I think she's just got really amazing light colors to her. She's got a lot of orange and red in her tail. Her body's got a real nice light tone to it, and she's got some beautiful peaches on her sides. And they give you the best neck massages. So if your neck hurts from stress all the time, get you a great big boa, put it on your neck, and just let it work out all the tension. Best thing to do, while you're watching a movie. When you get done, you're going to feel like you just went to the masseuse. Now, my last video, SSS number 13, I introduced Gucci, my blue tongue scheme. Gucci is trying to get between the couch cushions. Bless his little heart. I had him for maybe 6 weeks, and he's fattened up a lot. He shed, and he looks amazing. And he's a happy little camper. He's got a great big cage, and he's a great eater. And he's starting to really get used to me. When I come into the room with food, he starts looking at me like, when are you going to give me something to eat? And when I have little bananas chunks for him, he goes crazy. He can smell bananas when you bring them in the room. That's his favorite. I have him little pieces of banana there. And I'm going to see if he'll eat them out here, because he loves bananas. I gave him a bunch of crickets last night, so he might not be too hungry. You want the bananas? Do you? Oh, yeah. You love bananas, don't you? Eat them all up. But he's doing very well. It was funny, on that video, the first 7 minutes of it was about him. And I got a comment asking, hey Jason, do you have any lizards? This is a lizard. Hey, look at me. I'm sitting up. What are you doing? Okay, honey. Lay down on my hand a minute. One question that a lot of people ask me is, what do you do if you have to go out of town? On vacation or emergency? What do you do with your animals? Well, I can't take them with me. There's just too many of them. And there's not a lot of people out there that will jump at the chance to come babysit 30 snakes, you know, for a week. They'd like to come look at them, but a lot of people don't want to come take care of that many critters. So if you have a large collection like I do, you need to plan ahead. I guess the best thing to do is talk to all your friends and find out who is willing to be a pet sitter for you before you have to go out of town. So you'll always kind of have that. And it may be beneficial to have more than one person that can do it in case the first person falls through. The last time I was going out of town, I was just about ready to leave, and the person called me up and said, I'm sorry, I can't do it. I've had a family emergency. Luckily, some wonderful person came to the rescue and took care of my babies so I could go out of town. And I returned home and they were all happy and well taken care of. So I will leave you with this clip showing what happened the last time I wanted to leave town and had to find a backup at the last moment to take care of my babies. Everyone have a great day. God bless you, Rick. I'm praying for you and your family and your babies. And I hope everyone out there has a great day. No, it's okay. It's okay. Don't feel bad about that. You take care of what you have to do. It's not a big deal. Well, thanks so much for calling to let me know. Take care. Bye-bye. Darn. Maybe. Hello, Venus. How are you doing? Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. I'm a little bummed out right now. What are you up to? Are you busy for the next few days? Well, what I had in mind was I was going on a little trip, and I had one of my friends lined up to house sit and take care of all my critters. And I've been standing at the back door for the last 30 minutes waiting for him to pull in the driveway so I could take off to the airport to catch my plane. And I just got a call from him saying he's had a family emergency and he can't make it. So my trip is probably off unless I could find a very quick replacement. Yeah. And I was wondering if you were available. You're where? Oh, wow. I didn't realize you were that far away. Oh, it's not a big deal, honey. I can go some other time. My plane leaves in 30 minutes. Honey, you would have to be Wonder Woman to get here in time for me to still be able to get to the airport and catch my plane. Here I am. Whoa! Did somebody call for Wonder Woman? I can't believe you got here so fast. No hill for a climber. Venus, you look absolutely gorgeous. Where did you ever get that costume from? Oh, you like this? I made it myself. Venus, I am impressed. You did a remarkable job. Well, thank you. Does your golden lasso actually make people tell you the truth? Oh, yes, it works. Do you want to try it? Not necessary. I wouldn't lie to you. I know you wouldn't. You better. But hey, I really do appreciate you coming on such short notice. You're a lifesaver. You're more than welcome. Anytime. I'm always happy to help you, and I love to spend time with your babies. It's a relief to know my babies are in good hands. Well, you better get going. Don't worry about your babies. I'll take very good care of them. Yeah, I guess I better. Now, I'll be home no later than Friday, okay? There's no hurry. Just have a safe trip. Thanks again. You're the best. Love you bunches. Love you too. Get it.